Good morning. Welcome to FYI. Welcome, guys. How are you folks doing? How are you guys doing? It's Wednesday already, believe it or not. Wednesday, the 25th day of January already. How are you guys doing out there? We're happy that you folks are here with us. We are delighted. As a matter of fact, we have Beatrice Selby uh, up early and out early. Good to have you with us, Beatrice and Anne and Cummins. That is good to have you, Anne, and all the other folks who are going to be joining us. We're happy that you folks are here with us. We are happy and delighted that you're all here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to have you folks. Great to have each and every one of you. Good to have you guys, and we encourage you, don't waste time. Don't do it. Don't waste time at all. As fast as you come on, we encourage you folks to share the live. Smash that emoji button for us. We got places to go. We got things to do. We're going to do that as well. Great to see you folks. It's a brilliant, wonderful morning outside. It's a nice morning outside. We trust that you guys are great. We trust that you guys are well. Good to see each and every one of you. Pace and power, folks. Pace and power. Good to have you folks with us. We got a lot of stuff to get through. So we want to get right to it, folks. The morning paper's got a lot of things on it. Plenty things on that morning paper. But good to have you folks here with us. We're going to ensure that we are shared to all the right places. Valid, credible. Only we trust our audio is good. Not too much hurt to your ear and so on. Guys, we got a cup of black coffee here. What you all having? Pull up a chair with us. Pull up a cup of something. Draw a cup of something. Not literally, of course, but literally, of course. Draw up a cup of something with us. And let's have a go at it. We got lots of news and information, infotainment to share with you guys. A lot of things to share with you guys. So much things to share right now, folks. To share and to show so many things. Colleen, Sarah, Andrews, Jackie, we see you there. Michael Blyden, we see you, Michael. Jackie George, that is. Shauna Fortune, Linda Booker, Ingrid Crawford. We see all you wonderful folks. You you peace-loving, good-natured folks. Like Lynn Fernandez. Like Lena Williams. Good folks. Like these ladies. Good folks. Then anyhow, folks, like Gail Teixeira and Parliamentary chant. We can talk about them in a sec. Then anyhow, folks like them. We talking about proper people. Candidly in the Jeep like them. Like her. Rihanna Bingo, like Rihanna and Tessa. Good to have you folks, Siobhan and Romel Gonzalez. Good to have Romel with us as well. Guys, good to see you wherever you all are joining us from this morning. We're happy. We're happy you all are here. We're happy that you all have showed up. So happy about that. Great to have you guys with us wherever you all are joining us from. Please, I'm begging you all, pull up a cup of something and let's have a go at it. We got lots to share with you folks this morning. Lots to share with you guys, and we're gonna about immediately head into the morning papers, good folks. Heading to the morning papers. Lots to share with you wonderful folks out there. Sit back, relax, pull up a cup of something with us, and we're gonna have a go at it, guys. We're gonna have a go at it. Pull up a cup of something with we. Please and thank you, folks. We're going to have a go at it in a bit. Candidly in the Jeep says she's having coffee without sugar. My Lord, is it really coffee? If it doesn't have the little sugar in it, is it really coffee you're having, Candy? Chibor Barkas, good to have you. Candy, of course. Candidly in the Jeep. Good to have Candy and Debbie Apple. Apple a day. Apple a day, they say. Winston Mirage. Good to have you, Winston. And Fatia Phillips. Tessa Isaacs is here. Of course, Romel Gonzalez. Good to have you, Jamor Marcus, Ingrid, and all the other guys who are joining us. We are so happy and so delighted that you folks can be with us. We got a lot of stuff we want to get through the morning papers. We're going to pull out some of those headlines for you. Some of the things happening, Kishan Ramjatan and all the others. Vanessa De Silva, we want you guys to know about Trinidad here, Venezuela, Suriname. You know, we go in the wider diaspora. A lot of things happening. Folks, pull up a cup of something. You see, Candy, I wasn't lying. See? Wasn't telling no stories there, Candy. Got a cup of black coffee here. Great for the Saturday. Carmen Bailey, we see you, Carmen. And all the other folks joining us. We see you there. Well, for the folks who come early, we can give you all something extra. For the ones who show up early, you know, I love this rule that Prayer Malik Jan has been praying in the house. We just call her name. Somebody can't pray for us. Priya has assumed this role of mother of the house. She's the mother. She has evolved into this role as a senior minister. I don't know if that's a designation for her. Senior minister, and she's shepherding the little ones that come in. This role is, so she wants to tell you how you must act and how you must behave. She wants to, the opposition, of course. The opposition, nobody over there can do anything wrong. You have a lot of stuff going on over there. Folks like Priya never said a word about it. R.C. Rogers comes to mind, and Charan Das Prasad, just to name a recent few. But Gail Teixeira, in contrast, Gail has advanced in age, of course. Her memory seems to be slipping a little bit, as can be expected, and she's a little more frail than usual. But Gail seemed to have started out in this motherly role. When Gail entered Parliament, Gail was already mother and so forth and such. And by now, Gail got to be at least 120. But that being said, Gail seemed to have evolved differently. As again, starting out with this kind of motherly kind of approach, Gail is now very feral and rabid. When you see her operate, very, very much so, very much so. And Manichan took to lecture some of us yesterday in conduct, but like she forgot totally how just moments before Gail was carrying on. Take a look at this, folks. If ever they need a reminder, if ever they need a reminder, we're gonna oblige them. We're gonna oblige them. If they need a reminder, you can come to us, right? If the guys need a reminder, you can come to us. You can call on us, and we can fix you all up. You don't worry. If they need a reminder. Manichan, new role as mother and caregiver and so on, and then you got the feral rabid one. Take a look, guys. Take a look and take a listen.
Examining what example we ourselves might be setting to the viewers online, but there has to be a limit to what we ourselves as individuals believe is acceptable in discourse.
JJ to stand in order.
Yes.
You can shut up your parents.
Honorable Minister, please. Honorable Minister,
Mr.
please.
Speaker, I said stand
Honorable
in order
Minister.
for this of clause 1.
Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister.
We should be examining what example we ourselves might be setting to the viewers online, but there has to be a limit to what we ourselves as individuals believe is acceptable in discourse.
JJ to stand in order.
Yes.
You can shut up your parents.
Honorable Minister, please. Honorable Minister,
Mr.
please.
Speaker, I said stand in
Honorable
order
Minister.
for this of clause 1.
Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister.
Yep. Minister's gotten very feral. Yeah, that's how it's happening. So I told you guys, you got Priya. We gotta all get along. And then you got the other one. Folks. How are you guys doing out there? We're fired up at this end, guys. We are ready to go, and we hope that you guys are as well. We trust that you folks are as well. We got the morning paper set, guys. It's only you all missing. We got the morning paper set. It's only you wonderful folks missing. So good to have you, Annette Cummins. I see Myrtle just came, Myrtle Williams. St. Kitts and Nevis in the house. Good to have you, Myrtle. And good to have you, Gwen Anderson. Gwen said that's the best reminder for the day. These guys come to lecture us on parliamentary decorum. Yeah. We are Mingo, Donna Joseph, Jamo Marcus, and all the other folks who are joining us. We're happy that you folks are here with us. We got quite a few things to get through this morning, the morning papers. We're going to let you guys know some of the things making the headlines where we are. We'd love to know if you guys got a morning papers close to you. Some of the stuff making the headlines around by you all as well. Do let us know, folks. Do let us know. Do let us know, good people. Good to see each and every one of you. And I think we're off. First headline, we're up to another COVID death. And all we can say, folks, is take COVID seriously. All right? Take COVID seriously. Please, folks. All right? Real Minga, see that comment? Look, Granny, take... I know it's not me you're talking about. I hope that. But good to see you there, Rihanna. Region 3. Folks, you got to take COVID seriously. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance. All those things is still with us. We lost someone else yesterday. Thoughts and prayers go to that person's family. I think we've all known somebody, who passed on because of COVID-19. Yep. But it was nice seeing Franklin National Assembly yesterday, behaving as though all is well and nice and so forth. Never mind. They've budgeted $2 billion to fight COVID-19. That should tell you. This thing ain't finished, folks. Ain't finished. Is it? Ain't finished. Winston Grenada. Good to see you, Orwin Dawn. Great to see you as well. And Jean Williams. Is it finished? Is COVID finished? Yeah. Remains to be seen, folks. Remains to be seen. Is COVID finished? That's a good question. Is it? Is it finished? Is it? Well, that's the question indeed. Ben is condemning the arson attack on Christchurch. Ben. Price of the PPP. How many schools burned down since these guys come in? This is the only one? You condemn him? They're backing against the wall, And then Devin Rodriguez, yes. Devin, $2 billion they've set aside to fight COVID. It's a slush fund. You understand that? It's a slush fund. Or if you want to take them seriously, this thing with us for a long time. Cheryl Bascom Greenwich, $2 billion they set aside to fight COVID-19. That's going to be the slush fund. That's going to be the slush fund. So just a week prior, to Christchurch being raised, they had published a certificate from the Ministry of Works. They had undertook some electrical certification, electrical audit there in Christchurch. And so they don't have that fallback. They don't have that fallback. It was electrical fire. And so now they've come out. Oh, it's arson. We're looking for the people. We're looking for the folks. Well, we hope Ben comes back and let us know how that's going for him. We really hope that he comes back and he lets us know how is that going for him. Come back and let us know how that's going for him. We'd love to know. We'd love to hear, we'd love to know. How is that going for you? This condemnation of the arson attack on Christchurch and the investigation. They're still looking for some folks. You want to know how that's going? How is that going? We want to say respect and manners. Congrats to Queen's College robotics team. They won a gold and bronze at the Caribbean Science Olympiad. This is what we want to see our young people doing. Meaningful things. Raymond Jones, Gene Jones, Annette Cummins. This is what we want to see our young people doing. Not fighting in school. Big Pashway. So respect and manners to Queen's College. They said they performed extremely well and, they got the medals to prove. They got the medals to prove. The teams there at Queen's College, the robotics team, it's great to see our young people moving in this direction. Folks, 2023 is going to be the year of artificial intelligence. And you got a group of persons and companies who preempted this with the launch of GPT chat in December of last year. And there's now profusion of AI applications and AI apps and so forth, hopefully making work a little less tedious and more efficient. Definitely. And we, as an entity as well, we incorporate a lot of artificial intelligence in our work in terms of boosting our productivity and efficiency as well. And folks, if you're out in this game, the artificial intelligence, you better go do some reading. You better go do some reading. Find out, if you don't know what is GPT chat, right? And do some of your own homework on artificial intelligence. And so we love that our students are heading in this direction, pursuing the STEM subjects and robotics. Folks, there's no going back, There's no going back. I saw some folks, Amazon and some other guys, Tesla and so on, test driving. I'm trying to remember what they call these kinds of cars. Self-driving cars. Simplest way I could put it. Self-driving cars. Just now, Candy, you forget your purse, so you could send home your car. Marky, put the purse in the car, and the car come back to you. And this is already being rolled out. Some places got taxi services, that self-driving, of course, in a pilot project and so forth. And this is no longer dreams of Knight Rider and so on, and Airwolf. This is the real stuff. The real stuff, self-driving cars. You call a taxi, the taxi will come, you see nobody, you can say, hey, over here, Brother Jesus. Folks, technology is moving so rapidly. That's why I was astonished yesterday when Frank Anthony said they're rolling out e-clinics, and you're going to be able to dial some number and a doctor answer. Folks, that's like 10 years ago in some places. Right? There's nothing fascinating about that. Once you have a good internet, not even good internet, you can talk to a physician anywhere in the world. You need a whole government for that. Right? You got some relatives in the health sector, you go there right here and getting world-class treatment. People put you in touch with some fantastic doctor, some part of the world, and you escape Georgetown Hospital and all these other people here and get some proper diagnosis. Right? The fan comes and say, oh, we're going to put screen, and people are going to be able to go in some booth and on a screen be able to talk to a doctor. No. These guys have this thing for 25 years. 25 years. They got us behind. Now he coming with that, like, that's some big fascination. WhatsApp, already invented, and Skype and so on. He now coming. He can put a screen and people can be able to see somebody on the other side. But I'm happy about that. I'm thankful you got two tins and a string in between. I'm thankful for that. But the point I want to make, Mona Moore and Sheena Hazel, I'm tremendously happy to see our students going in this direction, robotics and so on. It is the future. It is the future. I saw a robot being tested the other day, somersaulting, flicking, lifting heavy objects and so forth. It is the future, and I'm happy that our children are pursuing this line of studies and pursuing this line of activities instead of outside fighting in the schoolyard. Stop that. Fighting in the schoolyard. This is not one of the headlines we're looking at, folks. Another one of those headlines that we are looking at. Just one more we're looking at. Hurrah to show! Denies misusing funds. Of course, we don't expect anything different. Right? Denies misusing funds. Hurrah. This place in Region 10, this Amerindian, this indigenous settlement, Hururu. It's been in the spotlight, and we've been telling you a lot about that. We showed you a couple months ago a huge protest the folks out there in Hururu, again, alleging mismanagement of the finances by the Tushao. And he's at least 10 months late, come out saying now that he has not involved, he's not been involved in any of those things. That's what the fella said. The reality is something quite different. He hasn't been involved in that kind of stuff. That's what the fella is telling us. But the reality, the folks on the ground seem to know different. And of course, this is to show Mark Gomes. And these are the allegations that are being made with residents of the Upper Berbice River. It's in Region 10. Hururu accusing the Tushao of financial malpractices, our note says. And the residents there are calling on the Amerindian Affairs Ministry to seriously investigate the allegation. Seriously. But I know Pauline has been very distracted. Got her hands full there in the hinterland, but not with indigenous concerns. Right? Not with indigenous concerns at all. The folks are asking for a serious investigation. And that should tell you enough. Serious investigation. Not a prayer investigation. Serious. Not how to investigate the PS of the ministry, the very same ministry, who was accused of taking bribes. The police said they caught him in a sting operation. Suddenly the fellow said he won't pursue the matter anymore. Reno Cummins, he won't pursue the matter. To show Mark Gomes' name getting called. Right? His name is being called, and hope he change his ways. We're focusing financial malpractice. That's what they're arguing there against Tushar Gomes. Yeah, and they don't seem to be letting up. It's real boots on the ground in Rururu. Real boots on the ground. Another drowning, folks. We told you of the instance where the two young ladies met their demise by drowning over the last weekend. And here again now, we're talking about someone else drowning. And that's what we talk about all the time, the carnage in the waterways, carnage in our roads. Right? And then you got the COVID pandemic. These are the pandemics we're being plagued with. And now 31-year-old Patrick Lloyd, right? 31-year-old Patrick Lloyd of Viva la Force. They're telling us here, met his demise. Investigators said around 6 hours on Monday, Patrick Lord, his brother, Paul Lord, and their co-workers went to Silicon Green Sawmill at Yarra on the Suits like Linden Highway. Silicon Green Sawmill. Silicon Green Sawmill on the Linden Suits Highway. And then when you're least looking, when you're least checking, folks, tragedy strikes. Tragedy strikes. When you're least looking, there's where you went. By the sawmill at Yarra on the Linden Suits Highway, and then tragedy. So they arrived around 15-30 hours, made another shop. They went on to Ituni, made a stop at the Rankin shop to get supplies. And while there, they drank a bottle of Eldorado 5-year-old, which they continued on their journey. And then they stopped, they tell us, right? At Kumakabara Creek. And they went for a swim. That's it. That's it. They said while there, Patrick Lord was seen swimming near a coca and reportedly went under and failed to surface. Yep, Kubakabara stopped for a swim with a bottle of 5-year-old. That's what the report says. That's it. That's it. Sadly, our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Patrick Lord, his family, and the community of Viva la Force. Thoughts and prayers go out to them. Blessed Silva, Naomi Drucker, Onessa Wardeen. Folks, you be careful, eh? You be careful. Thoughts and prayers again. His family, friends, and loved ones. Folks, those are some of the things that we were tracking this morning. A couple of the things we are tracking in the morning papers. Yeah. That's the things happening at our end. What happening by y'all? Vanessa, what happening by you? Roxanne Gary, how things by your end? Wanda Hudson, Jimbo Marcus, how things by you? Chevron, McDonald, Commissioner Cole, good to see how things by you, Commissioner Cole. Great to see you, we're happy that you're here. Wanda Hudson, how things by you? Folks, you gotta take it easy out there. Eh? Take it easy out there. It's only you looking out for you, you know. It's only you looking out for you. Take it easy out there, folks. Making a turn now. Heading into the morning brew, we got a couple of things, guys. They're telling us brewing internationally, a couple of things brewing regionally as well. We're heading into the morning brew, folks. That's where we picked it up from. Some of the stuff that's happening internationally. That's where we picked it up from. Take the opportunity, folks. Share the like, smash that emoji button, folks. We'll be back in a sec. We'll be back in a quick sec. All right, folks, thanks for holding for us. Thanks for holding for us, good people. Folks call it all times, you know. Strangest things. People call you at all times with all kinds of concerns. Yep, good to have you folks with us who are with us nonetheless. And we want to head right into what's happening, folks, and what's happening internationally. Believe it or not, we got some news coming out of Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton and her husband, Mr. Carter. Yeah, Carter Ram. Is it that's how the name is pronounced? Ram. They recently got a baby. You know, it's the season of babies. And they got a baby. Yeah. Paris Hilton. You know, I'm happy. I'm happy with the evolution of Paris Hilton. Kind of like Priya. We know Priya is a pretense to. The evolution of Paris Hilton. You remember when Paris Hilton was the party girl? Every headline, Paris Hilton, but she kind of balanced off herself. Is Melanie? She kind of balanced off herself, and her husband and her recently got a baby. You know, that's how we're told to say it in this new age. We're pregnant, we're expecting, we got a baby. It's really the woman, you know, it's not really we. You know, they got a baby recently, and respect and balance to them. Congrats to them. I like how Paris Hilton going. Cool, calm, and collective. You know, cool, calm, and collective. TV, everybody's born mad. Some of us grow out of it. She seems to have grown out her own. You want to say congrats to Paris Hilton and her husband. Recently got a baby. Congrats to them. Married since, I think, a couple of years now, 3 or 4 years now. Married. Congrats to them. Congrats to the Hilton. Is it the Hiltons or is it the Rams? It depends. I guess. Magda Barrow, good to see you. Congrats to Paris Hilton. Following some other stuff internationally as well. Folks, the US and Germany, they're poised. Start sending some troops to Ukraine. They're poised. We hear they're in talks. They're ready to send these troops to the Ukraine. You know, this Ukraine, I didn't see it going so long, I can tell you. I didn't see it going so long. But it's here with us. What we gonna do? Right? It's here with what? And it Cummins, Kalashi Buffett, Irwin Don Cook. I didn't see it going so long, but again, they're now moving from just arms and ammunitions. And they're bringing in the big guns now. Fitzherbert Jerrick, good morning to you, sir. Respect and manners. Hope all is well at your end. Hope all is well. And that's what they're telling us. The folks are ready to go. Right? This might escalate. I thought this thing de-escalating. I thought they were ready, you know, to call a truce. I thought Russia was ready to lift the white flag. But the AC must do is in that direction we're going at all. Right? Or when Don says Putin is a demon, there are others who might agree with you. Right? Others who might agree with you. I see Old Fun Park still on the last story. He says Paris Hilton is worth an estimated $300 million. Nice time. Yep. So that's what's happening, folks, with Germany and the US. And then we got some issues with Microsoft. A lot of their servers seem to be down, and a lot of their programs are not running. All right? A lot of their servers seem to be down. They say Microsoft Teams was down for hours, and some other their softwares because their servers are down. Not a good look for Microsoft at all. Karen Black, Irwin Don, Yolanda Thomas, Thibaut George, not a good look for Microsoft. Lots of their servers are down. Yeah, that's sad. Lots of the programs the folks were telling us. Lots of the programs not functioning as they should. And this is the Xbox, they tell us, the Outlook, the Teams software as well. Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft Xbox for the gamers were all done. And they said they were trying to get it back up, of course. Thousands around the world affected. Thousands around the world affected by this outage. This outage by Microsoft. That's one of the things we're following. Folks, That's one of the things we follow. Internationally, what else we got? Then we got some other things. Yeah, believe it or not. Australia says, Kanye West might not be welcome. These is anti-Semitic remarks. You know Kanye West can do what Kanye West got to do. Folks, y'all know that. Kanye West can do what Kanye West got to do. And we all got to do what we got to do. Right? But we don't have to necessarily speak bad about race of people. The actions of a few can't condemn the many. So please, come on. He can keep talking though. But Australia says he might not be welcome here. Might not be welcomed here. We don't want those comments down under. That's what the folks say. We don't want those comments down under. So he may not be welcomed very shortly. Right? But we're going to stay tuned to see how that's going. We're just going to stay tuned to see how that's going. And then there's something we've been noticing. We've been telling you guys about it. You got this coal. This coal happening, folks. It's real coal. It's not play coal. And we told you about China and issued this blue alert on our program last night for central China and eastern China. This cold wave below 12, below 14 degrees in certain parts. Now Korea and Japan are grappling with heavy snow. Heavy snow. We're sorry for some of you up north. You might be caught in some of that too. It's cold in some parts. Cold in some parts. We hope you guys stay warm. Right? We love the remittances. The good books of the Lord fix the bungs of rehabilitation. Right? Warren Figueroa says that Kanye West needs some mental health intervention. I wouldn't doubt. I wouldn't doubt. Why we can't just mind your business and let the people alone, the Jews and whoever else. Right? Focus on us. So those of you out there and y'all are cold, please try to stay warm as much as you can. Right? Make sure you put on your layers. Try to stay warm as much, folks, as much as you can. Yep, we're shifting gears, folks, to some stuff happening in the region. We're shifting gears to some stuff that's happening closer to where we are in the region. A couple of things we want to bring to your attention. A couple, not plenty. Just a couple. Yep, regionally, folks, there are quite a few issues happening. Quite a few. We want to keep you guys on top of it. On top of the things happening in the region, we're going to keep you guys on top of a few of them. We're going to keep you guys on top of a few of them. And it's only here you see certain things happening. In other places, there's actual good governance, there's actual rule of law, such and so forth happening. But it's only here people want to pull wool over your eyes. It's only by this side. In other places, you got good structures in place, man. Good things happening. But see wrong by this side? See wrong by this side? You got some coast guards there in Trinidad. Oh, them boys want to do their own thing. But they're about to pull them in for fitness now. They're about to pull them in for fitness. In TNT. You playing, you want to do your own thing? And this is Kaden, Elijah, Emerson, and Teddy. These coast guards. Right? They appeared virtually recently before the Port of Spain Magistrates Court. They're telling us, right? Before the Magistrates Court, charged with murder. In these parts here, depends on who you know. Or UKs can then wait in legal opinion for a long time. Right? Could be waiting a legal opinion for a long time. Right? Sorry, Teddy Sylvester is the victim who disappeared And these Coast Guards are suspected for his demise. Emerson Paradisi, Elijah Julian, and Caden Bouchard. They are the ones accused of knowing the circumstances surrounding the disappearance and death of Teddy Sylvester. The report is that the 24-year-old Teddy Sylvester was kidnapped on January 9th, and his decomposed body was discovered on January 13th. Yep, they said these fellas know what happened. That's what they're telling us. They know what happened. But it's just interesting to see how justice works differently elsewhere. Justice works differently elsewhere. When they come, yes, sir. Oh, Lord. Legal opinions and all manner of things you can get. Your charges dropped altogether. You could have your charges dropped altogether. But in other places, the law seemed to work. Charged. Right? We go up to SVG, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Your boy Ralph gets in. This is who you know, you know. It's not who, it's who you know, and it's who know you. And sometimes it's more the latter. So Ralph has just come in for a nice loan from Demwara Bank. A nice loan from Demwara Bank. He's going to buy some of the prefab house. When people take your own money and buy your own house, the story, no. That's the smartness right there. Take your own money, buy your own house. You gotta be smart like that. You think you know what happened here? Reno Cummins? Annette Cummins? One Hudson, you think you know what happened here? Margaret Barrow? People take your own money, buy your own house. That's how smart some people are smart. Your own money, buy your own house. And later on, you might see debt forgiveness and write-off and so on. We watching y'all. Right? We watching y'all. Carry on smartly. We watching y'all. Carry on smartly. And then we got this one in Haiti, folks. CARICOM saying there must be a consensus agreement to resolve the Haitian political stalemate. CARICOM got to do more than just say, consensus agreement needed. There's a sister CARICOM state, and Haiti has been slipping. You have been following? Haiti been slipping. If you've been following. And CARICOM has got to do more. CARICOM is I don't know. I hope they work in silence. I hope they work in silence. I long for the days you had some big Caribbean leaders, big Secretary General like Edwin Carrington and them boys. Things used to happen, Loretta. Right? These were big political figures in CARICOM. Very respected and so on. Now, like we're on the sidelines just watching events happen. We're on the sidelines just watching events happen. And here's CARICOM saying we need political consensus, a consensus agreement. Right? It's all of our collective shame that Haiti is just this spiraling out of control. Our collective shame as a region of which CARICOM is a member state of CARICOM. Member state of CARICOM. We're in the 592 now, folks. We're in the 592. Y'all know we got your own stories to deal with. So don't come remember it's funny. We got your own story to deal with. We're in the 592. Taking a sip of my coffee there. How things by you? Taking a sip of my coffee. We're in the 592, good folks. I'm happy to be here too. Everything unhappy and dandy, but we're going to make the best of it. They're telling us they had a big shootout in Babis. The man got away. Trinidad put down Trinidad bad boys quite recently. We fighting up here to detain one man, one fellow, guy we looking tin. One fellow got me looking 10 out here. O'Neill Ben is his name. They call him Hot Skull. Yeah, I want people to call me my name. I want to call him Hot Skull. Had a shootout in Burbies with police. And then he escaped. Yeah. Yeah. You know, sociologists study crime and violence, and they can tell us, you know, young man don't arrive at 18 and pick up a gun and say he's going to shoot out with police. Number of things contributed to that. Number of things. The old African adage says it takes a village to raise a child, right? And O'Neill Ben is not an old hardback fella, young, but misguided nonetheless. See, misguided. And his life might be short if them boys catch up with him in a dark alley. He better turn himself in and face the law. New families, you all harboring O'Neill Ben Hot Skull, better turn him in. For his own good. You know, for his own good. Please, we got to put an end to crime and violence. It's run away now, like Ben give up. Ben give up. We got to put an end to crime and violence. Put an end to it. You want to say respect and manners to this young lady. You know, her brother, she said, and her father, Alicia Dugan, her Duggan, her brother and her father are all heavy duty equipment operators. And she young yet in the business, and she said, you know, she wanted to follow in their footsteps too and be part of that kind of work, right? And she just gotten certified by the Board of Industrial Training. Just got certified by the Board of Industrial Training. This is how we love to see where our young people going. In a positive direction. Positive direction. This girl operating an excavator and grader and you know, low bed and so on. That's what she wants to do. That's her passion. That's her passion. You know, that's her passion. Alicia Duggan, and she recently got certified by the Board of Industrial Training. Now, why some of us can't manage a little automatic vehicle properly? Much more a little stick gear. Right. Young Alicia Duggan has gone on to excel in this area. She says she wants to, this is what she wants to do. Got certified. She said the taunts by her male classmates, right, give her the drive to continue to go forward. You know, them taunting her and so on, that encourage her to keep moving forward. And we're happy about that. We're happy about that. This is how we want to see our young people going. Right? I was trying to pick up from the notation. She looks like 20 to me. Least, the oldest she could be is 20. Right? But already knows exactly what she wants to do and moving in that direction. Respect and manners to her. Respect and manners to her. That's how we want to see our young people going. Positively. Right? Forward ever. Right? That's what we like. So respect and manners to her. Respect and manners to her. Doing well. Yep. Moving on, folks. Boise, you know what he wants to do? He life. Remember we told you that young lady from on the East Coast, right? From the East Coast, Miss Muhammad, lost her life in the most brutal fashion. Slashed about her body, slashed on her belly, her stomach. So they found her in a trench facing upward, her intestines right out. And now they're hunting Boise. Right? Dana Ryan is his name, known as Boise. And they want to believe that he was the person who ended the life of Nazaleen Mohammed, 41-year-old housewife of Hope Lowlands. Here they tell us here, right, that he's wanted for questioning in relation to her murder, who was found in a trench close to her house. All kinds of marks of violence about her body. And as I said, her stomach opened. Brutal. Jesus of mercy. Brutal. Boise. Right? 25 days in this new year. This is the madness. This is the madness. Every day, the madness. Boise. Moving on, good folks. Coming soon. You know, a feature of what we keep hearing. A feature of what we keep hearing. I see Sean of Fortune telling us he was found. I hope so. I hope they show the whole book at tea. Right? And they shelved the book on. Show the book on the shelf. Right? A lot of what we get every year is coming soon. Coming soon. Last budget, Ramson told us that we were going to do a sports policy. He said by the end of 2023, we can get it. Right? Just recycling paper. And you could go through the ministries. You could go through the budget presentations and see. Right? Oh, we can build a school. Next year, come back and say the same thing. Oh, this year we can build a school. Christmas 2025. Oh, we can build a school. Since last year. Right? Fitzbury Ramson Palmerson, National Sports Policy. He said this year that they're going to deliver. In this year, they're going to deliver. We're still waiting. We're still holding. Bracing it over. You remember quite recently we showed you that engagement and in the community there with Irfan Ali and a resident. When she's asking him, what did the oil money? We're happy that we see some other news entities picking up on it. Picking up on that. Sidestepping the question. Oh, don't try to bluff me, was his response. Because what else he can say? Right? Take the 8% of your chest and be contented. Starbuck Hughes said he sidestep the question. Where are the citizens' share of the oil wealth? We ain't getting it. You know them boys strip Ipadri of their funding. Ipadri got them in court right now for the balance of their funding for 2020. Now, they have budgeted $100 million for people of African descent. Right? You know that UN team? Right? They budgeted $100 million, but Ipachi is not getting that. Right? The organization that was set up for this UN mission, they ain't getting it. Them boys can do it themselves. But the AG now wants Ipachi, right, to give a breakdown of its expenditure. Right? They give a breakdown. Yeah. Yep. Smashing up everything. Right? Smashing. I don't see people asking for breakdown for some of the other groups that get financing by this administration. Y'all ice pass people. Ice pass people. Right? Police want these guys for drug trafficking. Issued a bulletin quite recently. Apologies. The graphics seem to be disappearing on us there. These Brazilian fellas wanted by the police for trafficking. I hope they find them too. Wanted by the police for trafficking. I hope they find them. You gotta stop this drug thing. Somebody letting the cocaine pass. And these are Augusto. Right? Augusto Alotar, and Paul and Paulo, Sergio Peter. Augusto and Paulo wanted. Right? Wanted. Trafficking in narcotics. Police said they committed the act on December 11th. Wanted for trafficking in narcotics. Trafficking in narcotics. Wanted. You see them? Let the police know. Respect and manners to this all-female surgical team, Guyana Public Hospital Corporation. Respect and manners to them. Respect and manners. No, it's a dirty job. Somebody's got to do it. An all-female surgical team. Yeah, that's what they're telling us. Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, all-female surgical team. Respect and manners to them. Doing medicine is not an easy feat. It's not an easy feat at all. I think Commissioner Cole son is doing medicine. I think. Not an easy feat. When people graduate and practicing, you know, give them the props. Give them the props. Not an easy feat. Much like studying law. No. Much like studying law. Not an easy feat by any measure. Right? But we're happy. Congrats to them. Congrats to them. You know. Women holding it down. Women holding it down. We're happy for them. Women holding it down. Big issue, the cost of living. Them boys burying their heads in the sand. I told you. Savak News now catching up. Where we tried days ago. Cost of living, that's the question the woman asked Irfan Ali on the outreach. What happened with the cost of living? Right? All they talk about is big projects, big projects. Well, thankfully, Cameron Ramjadan told them yesterday, right? All the transformation projects is not all. And transformational projects didn't work too well under these boys. You know, in the past, these transformational projects didn't come out too good. You know, didn't come out too good at all under these fellas. That is part of what Mr. Ramjadan told them yesterday during his budget presentation. You know, legacy project, but they're not faring well with these legacy projects. As against, if you give a little bit more to the Guyanese people, you know, would have them a far away. If we take 5% of what we give into infrastructure and we give to the Guyanese people, what a difference it could make. Cost of living biting us here. Like you wouldn't understand, and them boys out of touch. Out of touch. Listen to the senior member of parliament, Kemal Ramjadan, during his presentation, just as the cost of living biting us. Biting we.
Mr. Speaker, it has all the ingredients conducive for corruption. There are so many uncertainties in the execution that it is possible to draw what it is impossible to draw what so many economists refer to as the complete contract. You can't get a complete contract, let's say, for that harbor bridge as to what and what it will be at the cost. You cannot have, for some of the roads in Guyana, you cannot have a complete contract as to what it will cost. And that is why so many roads are being built the next day, literally, they're breaking and apart. And you know what the corruption, especially in that construction industry, does? It creates what is called an undermining of the political process. And it enables patronage to triumph over honest politics. Mr. Speaker, we know very well that as against what we have as infrastructural spendings in Guyana, a little bit of that could have been nudged away and at least be given to the working people so that the working people can have a better day than not having to literally get malnourished. Mr. Speaker, I am happy that I have gotten up the bile of the Minister of Finance. It means that I am making a good point. Mr. Speaker, it is all there. It is all there. And we're going to come to what is happening now. The EPA, the EITI, all of those institutions are also today, as a result, being subverted because of what we have under the corruption and the patronage that is happening in Guyana. These transformational projects, as they call them, as Comrade Siraj yesterday talked about, and I regard Mr. Siraj as a typical PPP person, but he also made some dubious comments. Here, this is what is being said by him. The PPP is not thinking about votes. That is why we are having big transformational projects. Listen to me, Mr. Leaders, people over there. That PPP leadership always think about that and nothing else. It's a well-oiled political machinery. Whenever it makes any decision, it thinks about the votes. And I know about that. That is the leadership. It is the reason why, and it is the reason why they seek to dodge today, Mr. Speaker, a strong EPA and also a strong EITI. This resource-rich country today is having what is called elections without good governance. They prefer elections only, as if elections is what is democracy. Elections is not democracy, Mr. Speaker. Elections is one component, and they're there now. And they had an inheritance and a largesse that is the greatest ever. And that is why I said, your inheritance that you have been devised, the inheritance that you have been devised is that which is so humongous. But you got to know better, Mr. Ashley Singh, honorable member, as to how you're going to spend that money. Don't ever say that these projects might be transformational. I remember when they said that the Skeldon Sugar Factory will be transformational. Where is the Skeldon Sugar Factory today? Fiber optic cable, FIP Motilal's road, all of that. You must understand that it is not because you deem it transformational. What was transformational, however, is when we signed that agreement that it could make you $200 billion today to spend in this budget. What was transformational was the right sizing of the sugar industry so that you don't pour good money behind bad sectors and billions of dollars.
Honorable member, I just want to caution you. Remember, you're speaking with the speaker. So when you say you must, you're admonishing the speaker to do something. If you want to refer to the other side, the honorable members over there, right? Because I take some of these things personally.
It is not a budget that I can support. There is no planning. There is no targeting. There is no outputs. The budget is pathetically policy poor. A PPP. Pathetically policy poor. Yes, they love to say that it is the biggest budget, but I want to say, as Mr. Christopher Ram has indicated in his analysis, it is also with the biggest deficit. Biggest budget with the biggest deficit. Mr. Speaker, we have taken some severe body blows of recent times. Severe body blows. I mean, you have Mr. Kwame McCoy, he was very slippery yesterday, and he walked with the own aisle. And it's the wrong size bottle you walk with too. Mr. Speaker, we have to understand that because of that no planning, no outputs, no targeting, policy poor budget, that is why the cost of living has gone so high. That is why effectively, compared to what the salaries and wages are, why it is that the people can't find what is called better conditions or standard of living. It is because we could have done, notwithstanding what might be the economic reasons for inflation, we could have neutralized or neutered those with at least better incomes. Tell us how. And it is instead of spending so much on infrastructure, you could have given 5% more for the people of this country. How much you spending on workers? Yes, you could have even given 10% more. And you are stating today that we could not. Mr. Speaker, we did not have that revenue stream that is like a gold stream today. We don't have it. And that is why it is important. You don't deal with poverty by cash transfers like that. What is the output of $40,000 for 10-day work? You're just going to buy the votes. That is all you know about, buying the votes over there. Mr. Speaker.
Yep. Vintage Kemraj. That is vintage Kemraj Ramdatan. Cost of living, folks, real. And so many of us are hurting. Marilyn Larimer, so many of us are hurting. Wanda Hudson. By this cost of living wasn't for some folks overseas helping us out every now and again. Where have we been? Good folks, where would it there? Where would it be? Wasn't for some good folks helping us out. We're thankful. Cost of living here is real high. Real high, folks. Real high. And you gotta, there was Kemraj making the arguments about this thing, roads not important. But the folks on the other side of that aisle were the same folks who were telling us you can't eat road. Right? You can't eat road. But now they're serving you with ketchup and pepper and so on. And why you smile too? We could take some of the same big, huge budget infrastructure and give to ordinary Guyanese. Help them to get along. But do they care? It's in the policies. Folks, gotta leave you here. We're running off to the National Assembly ourselves, folks. Got a lot of work to put in today. We're going to see you guys back later. As we said, we are going to forego. We're going to forego, folks, our podcast to have you guys see more of what's happening in the National Assembly. But we're going to be back this evening. We're going to forego our podcast so you guys can see more of what's happening in the National Assembly. Right? We hope you guys are interested in what's happening there. I encourage you to be interested in what's happening there. So we're going to forego our podcast for this week and perhaps even for next week, because next week we get into the nitty-gritties of the spending. Next week in the National Assembly, we get into the nitty-gritties of the spending, but we're going to be on in the evenings. We're going to be on in the evening. Good to see you folks there. I want to encourage you, if you got some legal needs, you need some direction and so on, the Alistair Collins firm, let that be the one for you. They got a host of products and services there at the Alistair Collins firm. They got a host of products and services at the Alistair Collins. A host of it. Here are a couple for you.
For all your legal document needs and more, the Alistair Collins firm is the place for you. If you are looking to have your statutory declarations done, affidavit of income, affidavit of identity, or guidance replacing your damaged or lost passport or lost license, you need the Alistair Collins firm. They can also help you with tenancy agreements, agreements of settlement, your power of attorney, your last will and testament, and certification of documents. The Alistair Collins firm is located at the Callion Mall, 162 Lamaha Street in Georgetown between Camp and Waterloo Streets. Alistair Collins is a commissioner of oaths to affidavits and a justice of the peace. You can also call them at 649-6410 or 685-6446 or 503-1451. The Alistair Collins firm help.
Highly recommended. Highly recommended. That's it for us. And that's it for us. We're going to see you guys later on here. Folks, before you go, give the program a share. Share the live, smash that emoji button, and partner with us as well, good folks. Partner with us as well. You know, we can't do it without you guys. We just can't. We can try, but we're going to get too far. We can't do it without you folks. Partner with us. This is how we keep going. Program to program, month after month. Year after year, your contributions, folks, and we thank you for them, for your love, your support, and your generosity. Revealed by Cash App and Zelle, PayPal, MMG, MoneyGram, and Western Union as well. MMG, MoneyGram, and Western Union, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, all for your convenience. All for your convenience. That's going to do it for us. We're going to see you guys right back here this evening, folks. But join us online for the happenings at the National Assembly. Join us online for the happenings there, good folks. For the happenings here. That's going to do it for us. Stay safe. Stay safe. Clear Alexis. Good to have you. Gail Ali Cock. Candy Linda Jeet. Lennox Anderson. Winella Garnett. Beatrice Selby. Stay on Benjamin and all the other folks. Thanks for joining us. That's going to do it for us. Stay safe, guys.